Welcome to Protein Bar, where we talk about editing, bodybuilding, and fitness. Today we have Kelvin with us, partner in crime, workout partner, where we've been working out together also for quite a while already. So I invited him especially to talk about the training side of things, where he is specialized in. Just go back for competition, right? The
PCA and NPC show.
Then which you got champion for the classic.
The second show, yes.
Yep. So of course that will be the right person to ask about when it comes to training and also some of the technical approach in order to maximize our workout and also achieve the fitness result that we want. So today especially I want to talk about the whole philosophy when it comes to the bodybuilding industry. Especially when you go through how is it portrayed in social media also, everyone will be say there is a trend, I don't know whether you've seen it or not, where you have the fitness influencer go and do something very, very simple. They put a very dark filter, they will say, embrace the grind, you got the hustle, you got to work hard, the kind of shit. That's very motivational, so-called. They are just saying that you have to really go all out in order to get what you want. But of course, I understand that when it comes to training also, there's like a moderation part where there are recoveries and also other aspects. What do you feel about it?
Well, yeah, I've been there. Seriously, social medias, like influence from social medias, right? A lot of them, I found out that the problem is you are a beginner, not yet intermediate or advanced, but you are following a pro bodybuilder workout.
They will tell you
Yes, I've been there, okay, because last time before having a coach, okay, you have no one to guide. So you just look into social media, scroll, and then say, oh, this is the person, this is the idol that you like. So definitely you follow their...
Whatever they say.
Whatever they say, yes. So some are go for high reps, some are going for
super heavyweight,
lower reps. So kind of confused, which one should I follow? But definitely you follow the one you actually admire. For example, like people talk about Chris Bumstead or Hadi Chupan or this idol, right?
No, Sam.
Samsung. Okay. Samsung is a very good example.
He's very trending.
Yes, very trending. So a lot of them, they might doing wrong, okay, by following all these pro bodybuilders because
they're not there yet.
Yeah, you still don't get the baseline, okay. The fundamental of the training, you still haven't do it properly, and then jump like a big jump there. So you can't actually engage the muscle properly.
I think maturing in the gym is basically the whole part where you realize, all that you go through all the hype trying to do, for copy people, trying to emulate your favorite bodybuilder, then. Fundamentally, the things that you haven't even got turned into was intensity, engagement, don't even know how to train properly on certain muscle groups also, right?
So after they try, let's say, for months, years, then you just find out that they don't really engage the muscle and it's not growing.
They probably don't even know how to feel the muscle.
Yes, I say the fundamental, they haven't got it. So they just chasing for the weight. Like people are doing 75 kg, so they try to get closer, to 75 kg, but the base, they haven't actually do it properly.
But I guess at that point also, you don't know enough to know what is more important.
Yes, it's very normal to go through all this. Okay, until then you hire a coach, and then this is why we need a coach, we need a program, okay, so that they actually can filter that which level are you. Are you a beginner, intermediate, or advanced? Okay, so that you don't bang your head. Wasted a lot of time.
Speaking of which, wasting time in the gym is a significant problem that I think most of us also went through. Jump volume, resting too long, all the small details that we haven't even gotten into it.
But not to mention beginner, even like us, training for so many years, but a lot of things that we still need to learn, For example, like my upper body, I can't really engage much because, to be honest, I grow this year, okay, before this 2 show, I try to grow my back, but I grow my leg. I'm just doing one
it's a very
workout day per week. Yes. I'm doing 2 workout days per week, but I don't really grow much. Yes, there's growth, but not much.
Is it because of engagement?
Yeah, it's all about engagement.
So you basically connect to leg, lower body better.
Yes. Especially now, for my front part, like chest, shoulder. I personally think that I ego lift a bit. So yeah, I try to drop a bit. Or yes, ego lift that I should drop down and then focus more on the tempo and the engagement.
Yeah, I think setting
But I
up,
think it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to
especially for you, right?
exactly a mid-head. But a lot of them are saying me I'm a mid-head. But yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, but everyone have a different learning curve lah. Like especially some have to really learn how to engage, how to push.
Yes.
Because especially for my experience, I moved from lifestyle to athlete level also. The intensity part was the part that I really struggle to understand also, like what is hard enough.
What is intensity?
Yeah.
Right. What is zero IR?
Yeah. What is failure? What is true failure, right?
True failure.
To really make your muscle grow at a very optimum rate also. So yes, to a certain extent, you need to push hard, but not overboard lah, to the point where you get injured or you under recover, then you will not be able to make progress also, right? We have the one big equation in front talking about training hard enough. Then you have the one at the back there, whether you recover well enough in order to achieve your fitness goal, right? So that's why I feel when it comes to social media, precisely because of the nature of the platform, right? It's always about the appeal. So when you see people work hard, those kind of visual, that kind of movement looks interesting. But the other component that is also very important was the recovery part, where people talk about resting, sleeping. But what can you see in the real side? People just there, so it's not very exciting. People don't show that. Yeah, but doesn't mean that it's not important in the whole process.
Yes, and they never look into it. All the bodybuilders training 2 times a day, But you didn't know that they rest after maybe 2-3 days. See? Or they are a pro bodybuilder and they are not working. You see, probably they have a 10 to 12 hours sleeping time a day. You don't know that. You see.
Yeah. So with the lack of the full picture, so it's very difficult to say that what is hard enough, what is recover enough. Also,
but it's good to get motivation from all this social media, just to get the motivation. But you have to know where you should start. I always get motivation from all these fitness enthusiasts, all the idols. Try to learn from their form, tempo, because different athletes, they have different philosophy of training. Some are high reps, some are low reps, some are high intensity,
But is it very different from one to another?
I can say it's quite different. So, but at the end, whether you enjoy it or not. For example, I really enjoy doing anything above 12, 13 reps. Okay, I'm not talking about lightweight. I'm talking about you max out your weight.
Speaking like a 2-bit hit. Ha ha ha. Yes.
Yeah, to me, it's quite suffer. If I push myself up to 12, 13 reps. So I'm kind of I'll try to do
feel
reps.
8.
Yeah, 8 reps is a very good number. 8. Okay, then I will back off and then I will do lighter weight to do 12. Yes, but I don't push all the way 12.
But does it take a bit of a trial and error to get there? You need fuel.
Yes, first you need definitely.
And this works better for you.
Exactly. So that's why I always advise everyone to do a feeder set. Okay, where you actually can know where is your top set and where is your back off set
to get a feel of what the weight is.
For example, if you are lifting, let's say for chest press, dumbbell chest press, 40 kg is your top set, right? So you can start from 15 for your first warm-up set. Okay, I'm talking about your first exercise. And then you can try 30. So from 30, you can know that how much you can go more. For example, maybe 10 kg or 15 kg more, for 40 or 45 is your top set. Yeah, you can actually know from that. Even though, let's say you try 40 kg and probably that day you have a lot of energy because of carbs and stuff or cheat meal, right? You will know the next workout section that actually you can lift more than 40. So you can try 42.5 to see how's the rep range.
So it's always an experiment.
Yes, it's always an experiment. And also
trying to do a bit more.
Yep, exactly. And then your energy is not always at top, right? So
some days you feel
some days from the work stress, from your recovery, you didn't sleep well, from your family. Yeah, especially if you have a daughter or a family, then yeah, it's very different.
He's talking about himself.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to the training part, based on your experience, also, do you have like a favorite split that how many rest days you need a week?
Rest day. I can say okay, based on my experience or what athletes.
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm good with 2 rest days a week, 2 to 1.
Can do more things.
Yeah.
I personally also find that if we have 2 rest days also, it's just nice because if you do one shot 5 days, wow, by Friday it's damn difficult already. Everything is so sore, you are under recovered. Then the whole Saturday, Sunday, you're just aching the whole weekend.
Consecutive 5 days is a bit hard, but also look into your total set actually.
Yeah.
If you want to do 6 days, like now I'm doing 6 days, okay? But my total set is only 2 working set
Per exercise.
per exercise, and the exercise will be like 4 to 6 exercise. Then it balance well. So
technically, what you are doing total in 6 days is still the same in 5 days.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to, for example, if you are doing 4 workout days in a week, then probably your working set will be
A little bit more.
Yeah, or exercise will be 6 to 7.
Oh,
So you total up the working set, and then you see how many working set you are performing in a week.
they always talk about progressive overload lah. So the whole intention was to get a little bit better, a little bit stronger at the previous exercise that you're doing.
Yeah, progressive.
But how often do you actually change exercise to keep that stimulus going on?
Well, actually, we don't change exercise. Okay. Most of like me, I'm doing the same exercise for 10 years. Okay, but I have to look into the tempo, the weight,
There are other variables still.
that. Yes. Okay, but we don't change the exercise. But you have to choose the exercise that actually you engage better. For example, like if I don't feel right on barbell bench press, then I don't do it. I'll focus on dumbbell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you choose your favorite exercise and the most engaged one. For example, like people say, hey, barbell bench press is the best. You have to do it. Oh, okay, let's say deadlift. Some people don't do deadlifts.
I find it very, very painful to do this.
Okay. But they don't know because of some issues, like they have lower back issue, they don't do deadlifts. So if you don't enjoy doing deadlift, then why you do it? You forcing yourself to do it, you won't get.
Well, eventually you will get hurt also.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you will hurt yourself. So if you enjoy doing deadlift, then please go ahead.
I generally find it very, very challenging, especially for someone taller like me, to be using certain exercises. I took a while to actually know that machines are not designed for tall people. I have not enough range. I have everything you need to be like, you need to put your leg somewhere in the awkward position just to get that correct range in order to engage properly. So even that alone took many years to
I don't know
find.
whether the machine is in Europe or Americans.
I don't know.
Information.
Should be the same lah, but the average height in the world population is also not this small lah.
Yeah.
Not like I'm excessively tall also lah. Huh? Even that already is already posing a problem. So that's why, like when from one height to another height also, it's very, very important to be mindful that these are some of the things you might need to look into in order to make sure that you are fully optimizing and engaging.
Just for example, like okay, you have to look into your ratio. So like because we are training for so many times, right? Your leg is slightly longer.
Yeah, I don't know whether I want to be happy about it.
Yeah, so that's why when you do leg press,
Yeah.
you can't really go full range motion.
Yes.
So don't force yourself doing it because you will hurt yourself. But by doing like now what you did, do you engage well for your quads? And
Yeah, it's so as hell. Yes.
yeah, then it's good to go. You don't really have to follow like what people say. Oh, you have to go full range motion. You have to do this and that. Just do whatever that you feels good. You feel engaged.
And you feel that you can progress.
You can progress. You monitor, and then that's it. If let's say whatever you are doing now, you don't see the progress in months, then something that you have to change. Not the exercise. You have to look into your form, maybe your
The execution of it.
execution. Yes.
Okay.
Or probably maybe lift too heavy, way too heavy. Yeah. Heavy. Yeah.
Without engaging it properly.
Exactly.
It's I think coming of age in the gym is a very, very interesting one now. We all have to go through different paths in order to know, okay, that didn't work. So we need to then find something that actually works for you. Yeah, as like even for me, back exercise was one of the trickier one also.
That is always a tricky one.
I don't know how to engage.
Yeah.
So after Dr. Manlong changed from the bilateral one to the unilateral one, then the whole back only started growing a lot better.
And what we did, the mid back one,
Yes. Oh, the one with that
incline back
range of motion is very, very helpful also.
Yeah.
So it takes time. Doesn't mean that if you find someone like a celebrity that you are the workout of the celebrity or the influencer that you look up to, that it work for you. So because simple factor like if he's taller than you already, the whole thing is different.
It's totally different.
Yeah. So or if you have a prior injury also, then the whole equation is also very different.
That's what happens that we have athletes evolve. We have athletes we about 200 kg. And then he has no experience in workout. He started with 30 kg bench press for chest press. 30 kg is like
that's a lot for starter.
He's to 200 kg. And
okay. So really very, very subjective based on your training experience, your body condition, your height, your weight, your experience.
But I actually advise don't go for just strength, from the beginning of your journey in this bodybuilding or whatever fitness, because if you chase for strength, you are weightlifter, you are like not bodybuilder. Bodybuilder is try to maximize your execution, engagement, but not just strength. Strength is very important, okay? Or from you have to monitor from the overall progress.
I mean, if you're a power lifter, you're focusing on strength, then okay.
Yes.
But if you are
because you're not doing 1 rep max.
Yes.
Am I right? So if let's say because I did this from my beginning of my bodybuilding journey, right? Always go for strength. If you focus too much on the strength, right? And then you build your strength too much, like now, it's hard for me to
humble brag.
Yeah, it's hard for me to deload and focus on the engagement. I will still like go for strength and then not willing to drop the weight.
Because that suddenly like I'm very weak.
Yes, I'll feel like
why can I even do that way?
Yeah, I don't want to be a pussy. I just want to push hard. So don't build strengths. But at the same time,
the right attitude level, okay. Just so you know.
Yes, but when I saw one of the athletes, Evolve member, I think he's squatting like 2 plates, like 40 kg, but he got a very good legs.
Partly genetic maybe, but
maybe genetic also. But try not for if you really know what you want in bodybuilding, not weightlifting, then don't just go for strength.
Focus on the
execution. Yes.
The training part of it is really it's really important now. But I think especially for us, after really enjoying working out for so many years already, going to the gym was the easier part already, right? And the other components like dieting, resting, those are more underrated. I feel.
Yes.
Like
a lot of people saying like diet is what they say 70%, 80%. To me, it's 50-50 now.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
It's very important. Okay, to me, diet, no issue. But
humble bragger,
if I don't train up to intensity, I don't think I will grow.
Fair lah. I mean, it requires both sides of the equation. Not
70-30. You have to be balanced.
Oh, no, might as well just say 100 lah. You need to do good in both areas.
Not just diet. Yeah, especially training. When it comes to maybe close to advanced, I'm not there to say that I'm advanced, but I
believe when you're at the level also, you are trying to see what are the areas furthermore you can, improve in a bit, then that probably will potentially get more results.
There's a lot of things that need to improve. Even though you have 10 years experience training.
Yeah, so the social media can say whatever they want to say, but they also completely didn't portray the other side of the story when it comes to recovery, when it comes to sleep and all that. When it comes to sleep regimen or the regime or the recovery, how do you approach it for you? How do you make sure you sleep enough? How do you
Actually, I don't really sleep enough. To me, 6 to 7 hours, sometimes six, because I have to wake up very early to send my daughter to school. But I always try to tell myself like to sleep at 11 p.m. But
Try.
try, but
Keyword being try.
scrolling the phone or watching Netflix, you see. So I'll try to take a nap whenever it's possible, like after training or before training or after fasted cardio. If I have time, I'll try to nap like at least 30 minutes to an hour. Yes. Okay. If I don't have enough sleep.
I'm generally not a very nap person. I cannot sleep in the middle of the day unless I'm extremely tired or I didn't sleep well the day before. Definitely, if possible, can sleep longer. I think it will be very helpful also now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So minimum try to get like 7 hours.
But the reality of life,
Yeah, really, like
yeah, especially when you're working, you have to rush, you have to work, then you have to prepare food. And
Yeah, if you're staying in Selangor, then you have to travel to KL. Probably you have to wake up at 7 and jam or things start 9, and then like 5 and going back 8 and you work out.
finish 10,
Yeah, finish 10, then you have
then all over again.
6 hours. So in that case, you try to spend more time at home during weekend and try to recover from the weekend. So try not to.
So there's always something to do
Yes.
in order to really improve in that area. On top of that, do you see yourself doing things like massages or
I don't really prioritize, but when it comes to calm, then yeah, I'll do it like once in the 2 weeks or 3. But off season, I don't even prioritize in messaging.
yeah, but I really hope that, in the future also, when it comes to social media, when it comes to portrayal or content also, people get to see the full picture from training very hard, dieting very hard, also resting very hard, so that you have everybody will have a more realistic expectation when it comes to training in the gym and also progressing in their fitness journey as well. Yep. The net conclusion would be that to get the result that you want, especially in your fitness journey, you would need to be training hard, dieting very hard, resting very hard, so that we will be able to continuously progress to where we want to be. Yeah. Thank you, Kelvin, for coming. So we will be covering another topic about prepping, since I'm going to be prepping for the very first time, and ask him about certain tips and tricks of how he's approaching the whole preparation for our competition. Stay tuned.